If you guys are subbed to the Dallas Cowboys Report, show up for me by liking today's video, the month-long challenge Chat Sports. Most likes. We should be able to win this among the team channels since we are #1 in subs. So, like the video if you're subscribed, and of course, if you haven't already, get that changed by liking the video or by subscribing right now. Got some Cowboys OTA winners and losers. Trying to keep a different list than the last time we did this video as the open OTAs continue. First up, Tyler Biadasz. And again, this is a competition thing. He was an off-season winner for us for a very similar reason. There isn't really a ton of competition at the center spot. Now, to be fair, they did give Connor McGovern, finally, at long last, some center reps, but he's also getting other reps at guards, and it just seems unlikely there. Biadasz was better in 2021, admittedly on a much smaller sample size of snaps. I will make this note. The penalties are a problem. The hits and hurries are a problem as well, so he needs a breakout year. But the job appears once again to be his this year. So I want you guys to name a Cowboys OTA winner. Several more names still coming up here, but I want to hear from you. Name a Cowboys organized team activity winner. Did I do this video just to mention Ezekiel Elliott, best shape of life season? Hell yeah, I did. Ezekiel Elliott, once again, folks, has never been in better shape per Neville Gallimore, his teammate. Quote, Ezekiel Elliott is in the best shape I've ever seen him in. He's flying around the practice field. He's going to be awesome. He'll do special things this year. This has been said about Ezekiel Elliott every single season. Ever since his suspension. Oh, best shape of life. Oh, Cabo Zeke. Oh, not Cabo Zeke. Oh, healthy Zeke in 2020. Now here again in 2021. Do I think Zeke is in good shape? I absolutely do. I totally believe that. Zeke does look pretty good out there from a conditioning perspective. It is June. And with his workload over 6 years as an NFL player, I need to see it in November, not in June. So yes, he's a winner, best shape of life, good start. Doesn't mean that much in the end. Now, when it comes to the running backs for the Cowboys, because Pollard, by the way, also a big-time winner so far, who is better right now? Type in TP for Tony Pollard or EE for Ezekiel Elliott. This question is the pinned comment on today's video. So, if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know who is the better back right now. Finally, on the winner's side for OTA, Jalen Tolbert, who had missed the beginning portions of it with a minor hamstring strain. He is back out there for the Dallas Cowboys. His quarterback, Dak Prescott, is hyping him up. And Tolbert even caught a touchdown pass from Dak at practice this week. That's what you want to hear, right? At OTAs, your rookies making big plays as your receivers are all injured. Here's what Dak said recently on Tolbert, by the way. Smart guy, smart receiver, has been the playbook and wants to grow, wants to get better. He's always trying to talk to me about film or what I saw or what I can learn on. He's trying to get advanced level coaching, and we're not even through step 3 of the off-season program yet. He's an exciting guy that has a bright future. Remember, Dak also called Tolbert before the draft to get to know him a little better, which is, I think, pretty cool and somewhat unusual. Ideally, Tolbert makes a significant impact for you in year 1, given the still likely outcome that Michael Gallup is not quite 100% in time for week 1, but Gallup is also an OTA winner because it sounds like his rehab is trending in the correct direction, just like Jabril Cox's is. He's set to be back around training camp. Photo from Jory Epstein today. Gallup is getting some work on the cords with trainer Brett Brown. That's what you want in June when you had an ACL tear in basically January. I am still cautious to assume that Gallup will be back for week 1, but making good progress is all we can ask for at this point as it relates to Gallup and his ACL tear. Here's what head coach Mike McCarthy recently said on Gallup. Quote, "He's here all the time. He's put in a ton of work. He's doing everything he's supposed to. And it's so nice to see him get over those thresholds. When they do have the opportunity to get him on the field with Britt, that's a big moment. Britt's the best in the business at bringing players back. Michael is making really good progress." Again, I don't think Gallup plays week 1. But who has more yards this year for the Cowboys? MG for Michael Gallup or JT for Jalen Tolbert? Gallup, if you were healthy, he'd be the easy answer. But he's not. So let me know. Who has more yards, MG or JT? Matt Waletzko, next up here, the offensive tackle. This is noteworthy to me because he has mainly been the one working as of late as the second-string left tackle. Over, by the way, Josh Ball, which we will talk about him later on in the losers category. If you are the backup left tackle, you have an easier path to playing time. Do I want to see Matt Waletzko this year? Honestly, no. I would like to see Tyron Smith play every single game at left tackle instead. But if I can't get that, it would be nice if at minimum Waletzko could prove to be a potential option down the road. If not as a starter, swing tackle would also be pretty great for a 5th-round pick. The Cowboys Report is also on Rumble. We have free and uncensored content over there. Sometimes you'll see the edited F-bomb videos on YouTube. They are unedited, uncensored on Rumble. You can also listen to it, to the Cowboys Report, I should say, podcast style on your phone in the background, which you can't really do on YouTube. It's all free, by the way. So go follow us, rumble.com/CowboysTV. John Ridgeway, next up here. Offense tends to favor the winners, and we did Marquise Bell, right? It's not going to put him in. Ridgeway has got a decent amount of hype for being a 5th-round pick of like, oh, this guy's awesome, the vanilla gorilla, and got himself into a fight today at OTAs. It was a bit of a chippier practice per Mike McCarthy, which I am okay, by the way, if my defensive linemen have a bit of that dog in them, because I want that. I want some attitude up front, because in the past, the defense hasn't had that necessarily. Do I think a 5th-round rookie's going to be that guy instantly? No, but I think it could be a good step in the right direction. I am excited about him even for a day 3 pick. Finally, defensive line. The reasoning is legend Cowboy. He's too good to be a Cowboys, but actual Cowboys legend, not the meme version. Charles Haley was at practice today, and he was help coaching up the defensive linemen, especially Sam Williams. I love it. Bringing back those guys, Haley, DeMarcus Ware, etc., is a very smart move to do by the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's only OTAs, but if you can remember like one little tip, trick, whatever, that helps benefit you as a player, that means it was absolutely worth it from the perspective of bringing in a guy like Charles Haley. This is not the first time we've done Dallas Cowboy OTA winners and losers. I did want to do another version. I made the players different for the most part as well. So if you want a different batch of winners and losers led by Marquise Bell, who has been a baller so far at OTAs, you'll love to see it. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll put the link, by the way, to this video in the comment section too for you guys. But subscribe and don't miss out on anything. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. In life, there are losers. And if you decide to hold out from OTAs, you're a loser because you're not present. That is Dalton Schultz. He is skipping the rest of Cowboys OTAs, and there is a chance he could skip minicamp as well. He is unhappy with the current state of his contracts. He's not in a very good situation from that standpoint. Schultz has signed his franchise tag tender, so he's going to get what he's going to get in the end from that standpoint. You're not going to, like, cut him. It's just not how it works in the end. But he's not there. It's not exactly an ideal situation. I will make note that on the bright side, if you want to spin it, it means just more reps for Jake Ferguson, for Sean McEwen, for Jeremy Sprinkle, and other young guys. You're not going to cut Schultz. That's not how the contract works. He signed his tender. It does make him subject to fines. I am fine if he ends up skipping OTAs. If he's at minicamp, though, or if he's not at minicamp, the mandatory stuff, not going to like that one as much. So are you mad about Dalton Schultz skipping the remainder of organized team activities? Y for yes, N for no. Save space to sound off for me in the comments section. Next up is Josh Ball, who was supposed to be, as a fourth-round pick last year, in the spot that Matt Waletzko is this year. He is now on the right side of the offensive line, per the reports coming out of OTAs. And that gives Ball a tougher path to playing time because Terrence Steele has stayed healthy. I would be stunned if Ball surpassed him at any point in the near future, which kind of puts him as a backup offensive tackle. Could it be you put Ball at right tackle, Steele to left tackle? I guess, but it's like that's a bad idea. So it almost seems like that Matt Waletzko has surpassed Josh Ball at this point. I want you guys now to name a Cowboys OTA loser. Maybe it is Dalton Schultz. Maybe it's somebody else altogether. I got one name in particular, unfortunately, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments section right now. Devante Bond is a loser because his season is over. We mentioned this on one of our first OTA takeaway videos that Bond had suffered an injury. We now know, per Todd Archer, it is a significant knee injury. He will miss the season as he undergoes surgery for it, so Bond's season is over. He was unlikely to make the 53-man roster, but it still sucks to lose a player already in June. Kelvin Joseph, who's focused more now on injuries here, was not a participant at OTAs on Thursday. He was present, but he was held out for an unknown issue. I will make note, last open OTAs he got rolled up on, kind of limped off a little bit, so they're probably being cautious there, but we will keep an eye on Joseph come minicamp time. If he's not out there, that's unfortunate. Finally, wide receiver injuries aplenty. We've talked about Gallup not being out there, about Tolbert missing time, James Washington still not practicing, Noah Brown is banged up, and CeeDee Lamb even wasn't a full go at OTAs per Todd Archer Thursday. So that left like Dennis Houston, Dontario Drummond, TJ Vasher, and Tolbert getting a ton of work. Like, that's insane. Like that's a bad receiver core. So hopefully these guys get healthy sooner rather than later.